Hello guys, welcome to your 5-minute intermediate hamstring stretch. So we're going to get deeper into our flexibility, and for this one you may or may not need 2 blocks depending on the length of your hamstrings. So we're going to start off in a pose that we called pyramid position. We're going to bring the feet about 1 meter apart. The left foot is going to be turned out 45 degrees, right foot's pointing forward, and you just want to get into a position where you can pull that right hip back and the left hip come forward, and we're squaring through the hip. So if that means the left foot has to step out a little bit to enable you to do that, then feel free. We're going to soften through the right knee, so pull that right hip back, right knee's nice and soft. We're just going to do a little bit of deadlifting action just to get in towards the hamstrings, so take an inhale here. As you exhale, nice straight spine, lean forward, just load over that right leg. Good. We're going to go twice more. So big breath in to come up, to lengthen it up. And then as you breathe out, just load in, folding forward over that right hamstring. Good. One more time. Big breath in to rise. As you breathe out, leaning forward, nice straight spine, belly button in. And then from here, hands to the floor or to the blocks, depending on your flexibility, depends on where the blocks can be. But try not to round in towards the spine. We want to keep a nice flat back, pulling that right hip forward, left hip forward. And then from here, we're going to just cat-cow through the spine to get a little bit of movement in the pelvis, so it's just lengthening that whole side. So as you inhale, chest forward, shoulder blades down, look up. And then as you exhale, round through the spine, and you'll notice that intensity will kind of ease. Good. So inhale, push the pelvis out. We're coming into that intensity of the hamstring. And then exhale to just round and release. Good. One more time. Big breath in, looking forward. Exhale into round. Perfect. And this time, as you look forward, just holding it there. So right hip squeezing back. You can soften that right knee if you need to. Soften the elbows to go lower, and think about the belly coming towards the thigh first. Good. Take a few breaths in towards that hamstring. And you can activate a little bit by pulling the right heel back, left heel forward towards you. So you get that little bit of tug, a little bit of a strengthening in that stretch. Good. Taking one more big breath in. Big breath out. And then as you inhale, slowly rise up, coming back the way that we came. Perfect. And we're going to switch the legs out. So left foot's going to come forward. Right foot steps back. Remember, it depends on the squaring of the hips where the right foot needs to step out a little bit. Left hip back, right hip forward. Hips pointing forward, hands can come onto the hips. Nice straight spine on an inhale. Exhale, we're folding forward, kind of like a good morning action. Good. 2 more times. Breath in to rise. So just lifting up, coming out of that intensity. And the exhale to fold forward, dropping into that intensity. 1 more time. Big breath. And then as you breathe out, leaning forward, shoulder blades draw down the back, hands rest onto the block or the floor, and notice if that left hip's sneaking forward, keep gliding it back into space. 3 rounds of just cat-cow motions with the spine. So inhale, roll the shoulder blades back, look up. Exhale to round and release. Good. So visiting that intensity with the breath in, finding that stretch, and the breath out to just push them round. Last one. Inhaling, coming forward, and then exhale to round. Your last one is where we come forward. We straighten through the spine. We find that nice little tug of the hamstring. Again, that softening of the left knee and pulling the left heel back in space is just going to get a little bit of strengthening and activation in that stretch. Good. Breathe in here. Hold in for 3, 2, and 1. Slowly rise, come all the way up. And then from here, bring the hands to the hips. Turn the toes all the way towards the right and heel toe the feet out so they're about 1 meter apart. We want the toes to turn in a little bit, heels to turn out so we can really get to the back of the legs. Take a big breath in. And then as you breathe out, soften the knees, give yourself a little bit of slack, halfway fold. Find that nice straight spine. Take a big breath in. And then as you breathe out, fold a little bit lower, so hands can come either a little bit in front of the toes. You can walk them back so that they're in between the legs. But again, try not to round through the spine. So think of the crown of the head reaching towards the ground. As you push your tailbone up towards the sky, you can give yourself a little bit of a rock forwards and backwards. And as you do, notice when you lean in towards the toes, how it just intensifies the stretch for the backs of the legs. Good. If you're uber flexy and you want to grab the ankles, again, feel free. Think of lengthening through the front of the body just as much as the back. Good. Shoulders away from the ears. Take in 2 more breaths. Let every exhale sink you lower. And then as you breathe in, just come up halfway. We're going to make our way over towards the left leg. So hands around that left foot. Take a big inhale. Exhale to soften, belly towards the thigh, crown of the head towards the toes. Good. So getting in towards the left leg. No tension in the jaw. Let the shoulders just fall with the weight of the body. Taking 1 more breath in. Big breath out. And then slowly inhale, bring it through center. Walk it over towards the right leg, hands towards the right ankle, big inhale. And then exhale to fold over completely. So belly towards the thigh. A softening of that left elbow. Again, thinking of lengthening through the front of the body. So crown of the head pushes down, the weight's into the toes as the tailbone goes up. Good. Taking a big breath. And then slowly release. Coming back through center. Bend the knees, come all the way up to rise. Congratulations. Intermediate hamstrings done.